Well, I'm back with another one of these, showing off what I added to my collection during April 2021. First I'll start with the two systems I'm aiming for a full set for. First the GameCube, where I got Conflict Desert Storm 2. I thought I owned this already for a few years, but it turned out I was sold the box, but with the first Conflict Desert Storm inside, which I already owned. Next is NHL 2004. That's the thing with full sets, you gotta get all those EA Sports games too. I also have 2003 and 2005. I know I'm missing at least an 06, but I'm not sure this second if the GameCube got further than that. Finally there's Tyler Tasmanian Tiger. I have this game on PS2 as well, but for the GameCube I still need the sequels. Then for the Wii U, I got How to Train Your Dragon 2, Just Dance 2016 and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. There's so many Mario games and variants of those I need on the Wii U, I'm not gonna list them all. For the Wii U I have Just Dance 4 and 2014 through 2017, so I'm still missing whatever other years there are, and all those special edition Wii Remote bundles each game got. Next up I'll go to the smaller series with more than one release that I'm completing sets for. Just this week I had a video go up on Forgotten Realms Demon's Stone. So I decided to finish off that set by buying the Xbox and PC versions to go with my PS2 version. Ignore how bratty my PS2 version looks, our second hand shops are bastards with their stickers. Another game I did a video on before, I bought Funky Barn 3D on the 3DS to go along with my Wii U version to complete that set. Now for games I haven't done videos on, I bought Blinx 2 Masters of Time and Space to go with the first Blinx the Time Sweeper I already owned, completing that set. Then I bought both the 3DS and Switch releases of Sushi Striker The Way of Sushido. For consoles I'm not aiming for a complete set of yet, I at least want to get the first party releases. Next aren't technically complete sets because they're the only releases these franchises had. No ports, no sequels, just these. So just buying the one completes that set. I got Tao Feng, Fist of the Lotus on the Xbox. Art Academy is not a one game series, it got mixed up in there by mistake, but the rest are. ASH Archaic Sealed Heat on the S, Exit on PSP, and for the 3DS, Steel Diver and Codename Steam. Now it's just games I bought that didn't finish a set. Once again I'll go in console order. For the PS1 I got Bushido Blade, Cool Borders 2 and Cool Borders 4, already have 3, Pipe Mania 3D and the Help Charity compilation containing Myst, Road Rash and Broken Sword. I've also mentioned being introduced to many PS1 games through the official UK PlayStation Magazine demos my uncle used to have. I'd already bought back Demo Discs 38 and 52 last year. This month I also added Demo Disc 17 Volume 2 and Demo Disc 64. These are worth no money, but I do have a lot of nostalgia for the PS1 demo discs, so if I see one cheap, I'll take it. Then for the Sega Saturn, Darkseid. I cannot believe this year will be the 10-year anniversary for the Retsu praise on the two Darkseid games. I also cannot believe it's taken me 10 years to buy one of the games. 2011 was an amazing year for those two. So many videos that just had me howling my ass off laughing. I was still in college at the time, so it was a much more carefree time for me, and their Darkseid videos really kept me in a good mood. Not to mention the likes of Last Alert and Cobra. So yeah, glad to own this. For the Game Boy Color, I got Disney's Dinosaur. There isn't always logic to what I buy. For the PS2, Fantavision. This is one of those games I always saw in second hand shops with them basically offering to pay you to take it off their hands, but for whatever reason I never bought one until now. There's also a Japan only sequel / updated release. Wikipedia isn't sure on what it is, but I need to finish that set. For the PSP, The Lord of the Rings Tactics and Cow Challengers, my first game in the Cow series. More first party games for the 3DS, Metroid Prime Federation Force and Mario & Luigi Dream Team Brothers. Then releasing just today as I record this, new Pokemon Snap. I completely fell behind the mainline series, with the last one I played being Pokemon White. I have bought a few spin-offs that interested me though, and a long overdue sequel to Pokemon Snap definitely interests me. That's it for the games, but there's still a few more things. I mentioned an amiibo didn't arrive in time for the first video. It showed up the day after, it's the Ken amiibo. I also got Super Mario Manga Mania, a collection of comics from the Super Mario Kun manga. I've always been interested, so when I found out they did this in English, I had to see it. I also got Volume 3 of the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess manga. I bought Volume 2 all the way back in early 2017, so I'm long overdue on continuing. Finally, some more Doctor Who. Last video I finished off Patrick Troughton, so this month I got a small start on Jon Pertwee. 2 box sets. First Mannequin Mania containing Spearhead from Space and Terror of the Autons. Finally, Beneath the Surface containing Doctor Who and the Silurians, the Sea Devils and Warriors of the Deep. That's quite a bit more than I got during February and March combined. If I counted right, it's 39 items. There was one other thing I ordered but it didn't show up in time. It was another DS game that was a single release, which is why Art Academy got put in with the other one-shots. I just assumed that was it for a second. I don't expect May will have me get as much as I did this month, but we'll see I suppose. One last thing I want to try is give a little hint as to what I might be buying next time. but since I can't exactly do that without seeing the future, I thought of this. I have 1000 franchises, all numbered. I'll use a random number generator, and whatever number I get, I must buy at least one game from that franchise before the next collection update. This time I got 190, which is Guilty Gear, so that's something to expect for next time.